How are you today? Joyful. Why are we joyful? Because Jesus is in our hearts. Amen. Gratitude saves. Greed stops. There was a man who was known for his greed walking on the seashore. He found a little bottle that was locked. He took that bottle and opened it. All of a sudden there appeared a huge, big genie. And genie told him, "You released me from this bottle. You asked me 3 gifts, I would give you." The man asked for the first one. That was $2 million in his bank account. Okay, poof, light occurred and his bank account received $2 million. He made the second request. He wanted a red color Ferrari. Okay, poof, light occurred, Ferrari came in front of him. The third one, he said, "I want to be irresistible to all women in the world." Oh, genie got confused now. But after thinking for a while, genie made that man as a small box of chocolate. Gratitude saves. Greed stops. In the first reading we see these people of Israel who received bread from heaven, manna from heaven, were not satisfied for what they had. Rather, they were talking and discussing and complaining and grumbling about the diverse food that they had when they were in Egypt. They were not able to get satisfied or remain content or be satiated with what they were, what they had. Rather, they were looking for something else that was not there. Many a time, we become impatient with what we are and we become greedy about what we don't have. What is the difference between need and the greed? Need is just like, imagine Father Amal wants to be the handsome man in the world. And he prays to God for him to be handsome. It is his need, it's okay. But when he prays to God that only he has to be the handsome man and no one else should be handsome man in the world, that is greed. Sometimes I ask for things that's okay to ask from the Lord, from His providence. But sometimes we stop those grace and blessings that go to other neighbors. So let us be happy and content and satisfied with what we are and what we have and what is given to us from the goodness of the Lord. And that gratitude would give us more and more. If I am becoming a greedy man, then all that comes to me would get stopped. It could be anything, our spiritual appetite, our material appetite, our own emotional and relational appetite. Let us thank the Lord for what we are and what we have. Let us not be greedy persons, because greed would never give us anything, rather would stop all that comes to us. And from today's feast today, St. John Mary Vianney, and from the gospel we see how God provides for the people. God is a God of compassion, mercy and love. God would never stop providing for us. It is all about we recognizing the provision and the providence of God here and now. How can we recognize and remain in the providence of God? We need to come to Jesus. We need to come to God. Like these disciples who brought those 5 loaves and 2 fish to Jesus to be multiplied, we need to bring ourselves to Christ, our little talents, our little time, our own quality gifts and practices to Jesus. Thus He would multiply them, make them abundant for the provision of those who have none. St. John Mary Vianney, though he was humble, less intellectual, he was very devoted to the goodness of the Lord. He was pious and totally dedicated and committed to the call of God. Thus he brought himself to Jesus, and Jesus multiplied him and his gifts to the whole world. And he brought so many brothers and sisters, so many souls to Christ, and Jesus purified and multiplied them. It is all about bringing ourselves to God. God would make us beautiful and fruitful. Therefore, dear brothers and sisters, let us examine our conscience about our own need and our greed. And let us examine about the given gifts to us. Let us bring them to Christ to be multiplied. Not just the material gifts, rather our own physical, spiritual, emotional, relational gifts. God bless us all. May the name of God be glorified. Amen.